I just want to say welcome, and is everyone feeling okay this morning? And welcome to people who haven't been on before. Everyone feeling all right? Yeah?
Yes.
No, perfect. Okay. So I'm going to mute you all. Quiet. Welcome to the early morning crew. Welcome to is it day 3 or day 4? It's day 4, isn't it? Of our 7-day challenge. Completely lost count. And this morning, well, actually, we've all been working super hard, as we always do. And I think it's the day where we need to give our body a little bit of a rest. So we're not going to be rolling around on the floor like lounge lizards. We will be doing some sort of standing practice, but it's going to be super slow. And you're going to feel nourished and you're going to feel stretched from top to toe. We're not going to leave any part untouched, okay? So just go with it. Be kind to yourself. If something sort of feels uncomfortable, then maybe come down to the mat and just take a child's pose at any point. This is your practice, remember, and I want you to enjoy it. So if you want to come to the mat, I've laid my mat widthways. I've got the odd fairy light on and the odd candle, because that always makes me feel better on these mornings. But just come down to the mat. Okay, come and take a seat, and we're going to face the right hand side. Okay, lovelies, so I read this quote last week and I just want to read it again. And I think it's fantastic. It's from the 6-Minute Diary, and they have all these wonderful little snippets, and it's a journaling book that I use. And it says in here, your ability to generate power is directly proportional to your ability to relax. Okay, and for me that just means that we want to work hard, we do work hard, and we want to enjoy all the fruits of life. We want to get out there and we want to do HIIT and we want to do weights and just enjoy all of those things. But to enable us to do all of those things, we need to have a direct amount of relaxation. And that relaxation could be in the form of gentle, soothing yoga, or it could be other things that you enjoy doing. But you need to take time for yourself to restore, to recharge your batteries, not only physically, but also mentally. So hopefully this morning's practice will do a little bit of that. And I want you to think about just feeling the practice rather than thinking about it too much. Okay, guys, so before we start, I'm going to put you in a position that actually you'll be in for many hours of most days. Okay, so we're going to start with the hips shortened. We're going to start with the back rounded and possibly the head forwards. And I want you to imagine how many days you actually sit like this, how many hours, how many days. Just crunched up like a little ball, okay? Hunched over your desk, maybe hunched up even in bed, we lie like this. Okay, so just notice that everything is pulling forwards, everything is tightening and shortening, and the back, whilst getting longer, is potentially getting weaker because we're not working it, okay? So from here, I want you to start to open out like a flower, so we're just going to start to roll ourselves all the way down to the mats. Okay, and maybe start to flip the arms like a cactus shape, open them out. That might feel a little bit strange at first. And then press the soles of the feet together, draw the legs open, and open everything out. Start to take a deep breath and just embrace the opening of the shoulders, across the front of the body, across the hips. And allow yourself to breathe deeply. Just taking a time to tune in, hold it there for you guys. Notice how it feels to have those hips nice and open. See if you can drop the legs open for me. Soles of the feet together, open out those hips. Take a deep breath, just for you. Inhale through the nose. And exhale back out through the nose or the mouth. Where they are, as long as that feels comfortable for you. notice if the shoulders are lifted or if you're able to open them out and relax them on the floor. Just slowly start to bring the knees together and then lift the legs up to 90 degrees. Okay, from here, I'm going to send my toes up to the sky. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs together. Inhale. And slowly, like a moving meditation, start to draw both knees to the back of the room, so towards the right hand side, as long as we're all facing in the same direction. Okay. And inhale up to center. Exhale both legs over to the left. Now, as you take your legs to the left, I want you to turn your gaze to the right. Maybe cast your eye on your shoulder blade or your shoulder. See if it starts to lift. Inhale back to center. Gaze can come up to the sky. And exhale, legs go all the way over to the right. Gaze to the left. Keeping the arms in that cactus position. Inhale to center, exhale over to the left, gaze over to the right. Now our brain is an amazing thing. Keep going, guys, just go one more to the right and then one more to the left. Our brain is there to protect us, it's there to think about things all the time. Do you ever feel like you could just wish you could take your brain out and put it in a jar and give it a rest? Okay, so today I want you to think less and feel more. So try and feel everything, every sensation that's happening in your body right now. I'll just use it as feedback. Okay, fantastic. And roll back to center. And then from here, I'm just going to curl the arms around the shins. I'm going to cross the legs at the shins and grab my feet, okay guys, and then pulling my heels towards the backs of my thighs. I'm just going to hug my legs in. Now if I do it down here, I don't actually get a sensation, but if I lift my legs in the air and pull my heels all the way as far north as possible, you actually get a lovely hip stretch, but it's really gentle. Okay, let's try that on the other side. So I'm going to cross the legs in the air, grab the tops of the foot with opposite hands, and then start to pull the heels towards the face, towards the chest, pulling them as far north as you possibly can. Just notice the sensation through the hips. Just again, give yourself a little bit of feedback. How those hips are feeling today. Okay, now cross the legs in whichever way feels natural to you. And we're slowly going to roll all the way up. Oh, fantastic. Now, before we start to do our practice, I'm going to turn forward so that you can see me. You guys can turn forwards as well, and then we'll turn back to the right afterwards. Okay, from here, we're going to start to work with the neck. So I want you to inhale at the top. And then as we exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Okay. And now take your right hand to the outside of the left side of the head. And we're just going to assist in that stretch. Ever so slightly, just gently, just tapping on the side of the head. And just notice if you can get a little bit more out of that stretch. Now press your head into your hand, so create some force. Okay, so create force, and then as you release, the head should actually go a little bit further. And now if you want to, you can start to creep the fingertips of the left hand out to the side, and you might notice that that stretch just gets a little bit bigger. Okay guys, and release. And then from here we're just going to sit tall and turn the head, nothing else, the shoulders stay forwards, just turn the head around to the right hand side. Inhale back to center. And then we're going to exhale all the way over to the left. So just a natural stretch to start with. Then let's take the left hand to the outside of the temples. See if you can just tap to the side of the head. You can close your eyes if you want to. And then from here I want you to press your head into the hands. Okay, so create pressure. So you're tensing the muscle. And what happens is, as you release and then press again, you should find that you get a greater stretch in there. Start to creep the fingers of the right hand out to the side. to exhale and just turn your neck over your shoulder to the left. And then back to centre. From here, we're going to take our hands on our knees and we're going to do cat-cow, but in this seated position. I'll turn sideways to show you. You just stay where you are. So I want you to exhale. As you exhale, you actually send your chin to your chest. So we're flexing, pushing the spine to the back of the room. And then inhale, open up the chest. Looking up. Exhale. Tuck the chin down. Inhale. Flex and extend through that spine. And you can just do that in your own natural time. Matching breath to movement. Exhale. And inhale. Fantastic. I'll turn back to the centre so you can see. And then from here, we're going to take our left hand up to the sky. Okay, really reach tall for me. So let's go north before we go over to the right. Start to creep the right hand out and then take a lovely stretch. Try and lock this hip to the floor, glue it to the floor as we reach all the way over. Okay, from here, we're going to start to open up through those shoulders, through those arms. See how that feels. Should feel lovely. Okay guys, so we're going backwards. Fantastic. And just plant that hand behind you. And then we're going to reach up with the other hand. Inhale. Go super tall. So we're now going with the right. And lean over to the left. Gluing that right hip to the floor. And start to circle. Notice how that feels. Bigger movements. Breath to movement. Fantastic. Now land with that hand behind you. You're going to take your left hand this time and we're going to go forwards. Huge circles, open up those shoulders. Okay, and on the next one, I want you to land your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Sit super tall. And this time, keeping your head completely central, so don't turn your head for me. I want you to focus on your back shoulder only. Sit tall, twist through the torso. The head stays in the centre. When you've gone as far as you can go, then start to lower the neck on. Okay, coming back to the other side, wave the arms all the way around. This left arm lands behind you and start to bring this arm forward. So the right arm sweeping forwards. Notice any crunches or clicks or any differences from one side to the other. On this particular spine, let that hand just land here to the outside of the left leg. Sit tall for me. Remember to keep the face completely central. Okay, so don't disguise twisting the torso for the head turning. So keep everything central, then start to move through the torso. Okay, just notice that shoulder behind you, see how far it can go. Don't overly stretch and then start to layer on. Fantastic, and back to centre. Okay guys, I'm going to turn to face the right hand side, so we've got all facing in the same direction. And I'd like you to come down into the child's pose, big toes together, knees wide, so we're facing this way guys. Okay. Push yourself all the way down to the mat, stretch out the lower back. So by taking the knees wide gives you more space to relax. Okay, if that hurts the hips, or maybe you feel it's a bit too tight, and you maybe you've got a sore back, you want to stretch out the lower back, then bring the knees together. There's no right or wrong. Okay, from here we're going to go side to side again. So walking the hands off the mat over to the right hand side. When you've got to about 45 degrees, take that left hand and place it over the top of the right hand. Now give me a huge inhale. And as you exhale, press your left hip back towards your left heel. You're opening up through the side body. Imagine all of those muscles through the ribcage. Okay, those intercostal muscles really stretching now, opening up through that ribcage as you sit day in, day out. Just let some fresh air get in, some fresh energy. Okay, walk the hands off the mat, over to the left hand side. 45 degrees. Actively lift that right hand, place it over the top of the left, inhale, and then as you exhale, press back through that right hip. You should feel yourself really lengthening here, really stretching. Okay, gorgeous people, back to the centre. One final stretch. And let's do the toes whilst we're here. So we're just going to come, just come onto the knees, tuck the toes under, and press yourself back. Okay, so my toes are now flexed, and I'm stretching through that toe joint. If you feel any sharp pain, or you've got a foot condition that is giving you sharp pain at all, then of course, please don't do this. But if it just feels like a sensation that you're not used to, then try and ride the storm. Okay, just pressing through those toes, coming forwards, and then twisting the fingertips to face the knees, turning the hands so that then thumbs are to the outside of the mat, and then I'm going to potentially push as far forwards as I can, and then pull as far back as I can. Okay, so stretching through the wrists. So I promised a full body stretch today. So we're doing wrists, toes, neck, spine, full works, hips. Okay guys, release those hands. And from here, we're going to lift into a dolphin pose. Okay, but we're going to do it modified. So we're going to clasp the hands together. So create sort of like a triangle shape with your hands. I want you to slowly lift your torso up to the sky, come onto the tiptoes. So you're in a downward dog, but you're on the forearms. Okay, and from here, if you can release the heels to the floor, then do. Be mindful that this position is probably tougher on the hamstrings than a downward dog. Okay, but what it does do is, well, it gives you the opportunity to open up through your shoulders. So press your face through the gateway of the arms, and then just roll back and forth. Pressing back and forth, that's it. Open up those shoulders. Try not to sag through the shoulders, press away from the floor. Fantastic. Okay, from here, release the hands. Take the hands forwards, and let's see if we can just lift the arms up to a downward dog. Okay, for those of you wanting to work the triceps, I've got 3 tricep dips for you. Okay, we're going to lower the elbows back down to the mat, and then lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. There's just a taster of 3 tricep dips from dolphin to down dog. If you can already start to feel your triceps working, then I might roll that into one of our workouts going forwards. Okay guys, well this is all about stretch. So from here I'm staying on the tiptoes, spread the fingers wide like starfishes, okay? I want them super, super wide. That way they're going to be able to support you. Up onto the tiptoes, head facing south, and then slowly lower those heels down to the mat. Okay, and from here we're going to start to pedal push, but we're going to do it in slow motion like we're walking on the moon. Okay, so lift one toe, press one heel back, and then lift the other toe, press one heel back. Okay, walking on the moon. One step at a time. That's it, just take it nice and steady. If this is hurting the wrists, you've always got the option to come down onto the forearms. That's it, fantastic. Try not to overly look at the screen, just listen and feel. Okay? By staring at the screen all the time, you're obviously going to put tension through the neck, so just trust yourself, you know what you're doing. Okay, from here, we're going to take our pedal push and we're going to turn it to a wide-legged dog. So now straddle the mat wider than the mat itself. Coming onto the tiptoes, inhale. And as we exhale, walk the hands back towards the feet. Just pressing all the way through the heels. The hands become almost weightless. Stretching into the backs of the legs. Let the head just fall down. Nice. Walk the hands back to centre. Bring the feet in. And something that we didn't actually, I did this yesterday. I call it Turkish slippers. I want you to flick your toes up whilst you're in your down dog, then you should notice that the stretch transfers from the hamstrings to the calves. Okay, so stretching out the calves. Fantastic. Okay, from here, we're going to bend the knees, press all the way back in a pouncing position, look forward, see if you can come all the way forwards to a high plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, drop the knees down to the floor, looking forwards, glue the elbows to the rib cage, come all the way down through chaturanga, all the way. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, Downward Facing Dog. One more time, inhale, roll over, come to the top and push up plank, look forwards. This time, maybe challenge yourself, keep the knees floating. Okay, wrap those elbows in, squeeze tight, look forwards, exhale, maybe float all the way down, maybe hover. Come to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Upward Facing Dog. Open eyes, press all the way back, Downward Facing Dog, and we're going to start to now work on those legs and those hips. Okay, let's lift our right leg up to the sky. Okay, I want you to go for full height, so as high as you can possibly go. You can even give yourself a little hop if you want to, just energize, see how you feel. Okay, from here, then start to bring the leg down, square the hips off, toes are facing the mat. Okay, we're going to draw our knee to our elbow on the same side, so right knee to right elbow, float the foot across the mat. We're going to come into pigeon pose. It's quite early for a pigeon, hope everyone's feeling okay. Okay, so work with your body. Feel that stretch. Come onto the fingertips, save the wrists. Or come onto the fists, save the wrists. Okay, hold it here. See if you can maybe edge that back leg back a little bit. That will put more of a turn on the front leg. Hold it there, guys. Inhale. And exhale. One. Turn down to mat. Inhale. Embrace the day ahead. Squeeze those glutes. Sit tall. Okay, we're going to tuck back to under. And we're going to lift that right leg all the way back up to the sky. Okay, as we inhale, we're going to draw the knee to the nose, look forwards, and see if you can plant your foot on the floor between the hands in front of you. Fantastic. Okay, from here we're going to lift all the way up, come into a high lunge. And then as we exhale, we're going to come all the way down. Now we're going to stretch out the hamstrings. So I'm coming up to the fingertips, so 10 fingers. Pull that back foot in. See if you can come onto pyramid pose, so straighten that front leg. Okay, you can put a micro bend in there, you can flex and extend. Just use it for yourself. You don't have to be all the way down there, by the way. You can be up here. That's perfectly fine. Feeling that stretch. Okay, from here we're going to press all of our weight into our right leg and slowly come into half standing splits. So now lifting our left leg up, also continuing to stretch through the right leg. Let the head just fall. Okay, we're going to do a little challenge, guys. See if you can remove the hands and grab the ankle while that leg is floating. Okay, and then from here we're going to slowly start to hover that left leg all the way up and bring it forwards. So we've got our knee bent facing the right hand side, looking forwards. Okay guys, from here we're now going to go into a quad stretch, okay? So I want you to lift your right arm up to the sky, wave your right hand behind you, and as you go behind you I want you to grab your left foot. Okay, if this is enough for you, I want you to keep with your knees pressed together. I'll turn forward so you can see. Knees pressed together, stay here. Okay, phase 2, squeeze the buttocks, press the hips forwards. You can feel the quads start to tighten. Okay, phase 3, if you want to come with me, you don't have to, you can stay there if that's fine for you. Start to just hinge through the hips, hinging forwards, tilting the body forwards. Okay, when you've got as far as you want to go, you can stay there. If you want to start to grow your foot behind, start to press your foot into the palm of your hands, lifting your back leg up. Focus, remember you don't have to come all this way. You can just go wherever you Woo. Fantastic. Okay guys, stride that left leg back. Come to centre. Give yourself a huge stretch. Inhale. Start position. Okay, and from here we're just going to wave all the way around to the left. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, frame that foot. Now sweep your left leg away and take it up to the sky. Okay, just let that left leg go. From here, if you want to practice a little energizing half-feet handstand. Okay, from there, then lift that leg up to the sky. Square off those hips now. Okay, feel that stretch change. Drawing that left knee to the left elbow, float the left foot to the right hand side of the mat, come down into your pigeon stretch on the left hand side. Well done guys. You'll notice if you've got your mat facing different ways, it might feel a little bit different. So if you can manage to get yourself facing the right way around, it will help. But you know what, if you can't, don't worry, just listen to the lefts and rights. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Feel that stretch through the hips. Well done guys. Inhale, chest lifts. Plant the hands on the floor, tuck the back toe under, and lift that left leg all the way up to the side. Now draw that left knee to the nose. Hold it here, look forwards. Plant the left foot between the hands. Sweep yourself on up, come into a high lunge. Guys, and then wave yourself over that front leg. Hands can be tented, so give yourself some height. Pull that back foot in and straighten through that front leg. Coming into that pyramid pose on the left. So it's the left leg that's leading. The right leg is behind you. If you're turning away from the screen, don't worry about it, just listen. Remember, you can be up here. It's actually harder to balance when you're up here. Okay, or down here. Just feel that stretch in that front leg. Okay guys, from here press into that left foot and take flight with the right leg all the way behind you. Let the head just fall. Stay where you are. I'm coming for a little look. You're doing amazing guys. Right, find your focus, find your balance. See if you can maybe remove one hand from the floor, maybe two, maybe grab the ankle. Okay, and from here we're going to slowly start to hinge at the hips, bringing the torso up, floating the right leg through until it's bent at the front, facing the left hand side. Fantastic, well done guys. I'll turn to the front. So I'm facing you. So my left leg is lifted, my right leg is standing. No, wrong side. My right leg is lifted, my left leg is standing. Sorry guys. Okay, lift your left arm up to the sky. Take your right hand and wave it behind you and see if you can grab your right foot. If this is enough for you, remember, stay here, okay? Just squeeze those knees together for me. Okay, now, phase two, squeeze the buttocks, press the hips forwards. Notice the quads start to stretch. If that's enough, stay here. If you want to go a little further, let's start to hinge at the hips. So just start to hinge yourself forwards. Okay, hinging forwards. When you've gone as far as you can or want to go, start to grow your foot into your hand. Focus on something that's not moving. Probably not the screen. Somewhere on the floor in front of you in the distance. Hold, squeeze. Oh, and release. Okay guys, releasing it back down. Okay, from here, I'm going to take a turn back out to the centre. Well done, inhale. Fantastic, arms wide. From here, I want you to take your arms out to the side, okay? So from here, we're going to wave our left arm under our right arm. And then cross them over. Start to bring them back towards one another. As the palms cross, try and clap the palms together. So we've got eagle arms. Okay, from here, we're going to stretch out through the back. So notice the back is tight. Okay, and just start to twist side to side. Keeping the torso central. Twisting through your back. Okay, arms can come up and down. Fantastic. Okay, and release. So we're now going to twist the opposite side, open the arms wide. This time the right hand comes under the left, so cross over. Cross the arms and then start to bring the hands back towards one another. As the palms pass, clap the palms. You'll notice a stretch in the back and it will feel slightly weighted to the opposite side to the one that we just did. So just twisting side to side. So what you're doing here, guys, is you are stretching out your back muscles. Okay, and start to bring the hands up and down. And down. Okay, now release all the way around. Interlace the fingers behind you. Now I'm going to open up the chest. Okay, so draw the shoulder blades together. We're going to do the opposite action to where we've just been. Really draw, open up the chest, inhale. And as we exhale, pop that tiny bend in those knees and wave all the way over the top. Allow the head to just fall. Press the arms up to the sky. Holding it here, pressing them as far forward as you possibly can. Okay guys, release the hands, place the hands on the mat, and I want you to press your right hand to the centre of the mat, and from here we're going to twist our left shoulder up to the sky. So you might feel a tightening through the inner thigh on the right hand side. Take a twist and lengthen up to the sky. Okay, wrap the arm behind you, twisting through thoracic, and release. Opposite hand. Left hand comes to the centre of the mat, take a twist with the right shoulder all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Okay, from here we're going to walk the hands around to the right leg. Okay, so twisting now to face the right leg is forward, the left leg is back. Slide your left leg down behind you. If you've got poorly knees and you want to fold your mat over, that's absolutely fine. Okay, try and go as wide as you possibly can. We're going to press our chest open. Open up through this hip flexor. Inhale, sweep the arms as high as they can go. I want you to go tall. Inhale, and then as you exhale, I want you to go forwards. So maintaining that height, but now pressing forward with the height. Fantastic. Hands come back down to the mat. Release that back knee. Walking all the way around to the left. Okay guys, so left leg leads, right leg follows. Remember, you can put that mat down, lower that back knee down. Inhale. I want you to go super tall. Press through that front heel. Rise, rise, rise. And then as you exhale, press forwards. See if you can get the arms, the elbows to come behind the ears. Pressing forwards. Feel that stretch. Okay guys, wave the hands down to the mat. Lift that back leg, twisting back to centre. Okay, from here, bring the legs in a little bit narrower. See if you can just fold all the way down. The crown of the head facing the mat. Taking that stretch of the back. Legs allow the head to just hang. If you want to cradle the elbows in one hand and the other, you can hang here in your ragdoll. Okay, from here, plant the hands on the floor. I want you to turn your heels in and your toes out. From here, the chest is going to lift and sink your torso down. So you're coming into a malasana. Okay, if your malasana is up here, that's absolutely fine. If your malasana is down here, cool, whatever works for you. Just stretching through those hips. We're going to take a twist, press that left elbow into the inside of the left knee. Take a twist all the way up. If you're up here, this is perfectly fine. Okay, I'll stay up here. If you can go lower, that's cool too. Press the elbow into the hip, take a twist to the opposite side. Fantastic. Coming all the way back down. Okay, from here, lengthen through the legs. Send the torso high. Okay, guys, from here we're going to heel toe the feet together. And take a twist out to the left and simply come down onto your bottom. Well done. Okay, bringing the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. So create this diamond shape for me. I'll sit forward so you can see me. Again, I want you to sit tall and I want you to notice the sensations through the hips, the inner thigh, maybe the lower back. Sit tall. And as we exhale, start to walk the hands down the legs. Maybe grab the big toes. Not in an aggressive way, in a caring way. So really put your fingers around your big toes and squeeze. It feels lovely. Pulling the chest forwards. And just go to your level that feels good to you. Okay, now I don't want tension in the neck. So if you want to create a headstand, you can take 2 hands, 2 fists, and just create a headstand. If you want to do this, you can do this. So just prop the head, trying to release tension. Okay, from here, sit tall. Now start to extend the legs out in front of you. Okay, I want you to grab the feet for me. So bend the knees, grab the soles of the feet, and you're going to pull the toes back. Okay, so see if you can flex the toes back for me. As you flex the toes back, push the feet into the hands, and then push your shoulder blades to the other side of the room. So use your body as a rack. Okay, so stretching out through the back. Keep the knees generously bent. Push, 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 push. And then from here, we're going to change the dynamics now, guys. So be mindful. We're going to straighten the back and start to straighten the legs. Sit tall. So the pose completely changes, okay? Legs long. This is as far as I like to go. If you want to lay your chest all the way down, that's fine. For me, it creates nerve pain. So I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to stay here, still getting a great stretch. Legs long. I wish the legs were long, that's what I should say. Okay, guys. From here, we're just going to take a spinal twist. So push that bottom towards the heels. Hug the knees into the chest and slowly roll yourself all the way down to the mat. Okay, from here, I want you to hug your left knee into your chest. Flow your right leg long. And take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Take a spinal twist, extending your left arm out to the side and gaze follows. Returning to centre, bringing both knees into the chest. Make your right knee extend your left leg long. Take your right leg across the body over to the left. Extend your right arm out to the side. Slowly twist. And slowly back to centre. Hugging one knee into the chest, and then hugging the other knee into the chest. One at a time. See if you can let the hips go. Okay, so it's really hard. Sometimes you'll notice that you're clinging on. I want you to just see that when you get your leg up into the armpit here, just keep it open and just let it relax. And then switch to the opposite side. Just let that leg open up into the armpits, let it relax. both knees into the chest. Taking the legs as wide as they can go and pulling them back as far as they can go. Okay, now pushing the knees together. One last energizing pose before we go into our full Shavasana. Okay, so we're going to try and stimulate by just rolling the body up and down. There'll be 3 rolls. And on the last roll, rather than staying up, we're going to actually roll back and see if you can push your hands into the mat and push your legs up to the sky, supporting your legs with your hands under your hips. Okay, see if you can point the toes as far north as possible. See if you can get the legs nice and straight. Awesome. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to lower the legs all the way behind. Okay, guys, lower them down, lower them down. Notice how it feels. Start to creep the hands up the back. Go as far as your body wants you to go. Okay, maybe take the legs all the way over, maybe not. Okay, from here, one final stretch for the back and strengthen for the abs. Place the hands on the mat, slowly start to lower those legs all the way down. One vertebrae at a time, engaging those core muscles. Breathe as you go. Slowly lower. Challenge yourself. This is a challenge. A balance between strengthening and lengthening. And relaxation. Start to lower those legs all the way down. Notice how heavy they feel towards the end of the journey. Just let them fall. Okay, hands can come to the belly or the chest, or just take the palms to the sky and bathe in your bliss of stretchy relaxation. Take between the toes. Exhale out through the mouth and release the jaw for me. Now, if your head, your chin is going up to the sky, I want you to actually tilt your chin down towards your chest and notice how the lengthening through the back of the neck feels when you do that. It feels good. Taking a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Set your intention for the day. Is it to move more? Is it to drink more water? Is it to be grateful that you just got up and did a wonderful stretch? Maybe you're going to take 5 minutes, set yourself a challenge to leave your desk every hour of the day today and move your body, go out into the fresh air. Okay, guys, I'm going to hug the knees into the chest. And slowly come up into our seated position. Nothing too taxing. Inhale, bring those arms up to the sky. Palms come to touch, palms come to center, and give yourself a little clap. Well done. Namaste. How are you feeling? Yeah? Good.
It's lovely, Nelly.
Oh, lovely.
That was lovely, Nell. Thank you.